Okay, welcome back, folks. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to head on over to Kroger's. Sit back and enjoy the trip.
Wisdom and power and love, who always wants the best for us, who always chooses the best for us, who will always give us the best, who will always protect us for the best if we are wise enough to wait. And so what happens? He wants us to wait because oftentimes he is preparing us. Sometimes young people want to get married, they're not ready to get married. And if they ask the Lord and God says, wait, it's okay, it's all right, but not right now, just give it a little time. And oftentimes people get a little anxious about making money. They want to make a whole lot of money right now. And it may be that God would prosper you at some time out there when he knows that you can handle it. Every single pastor that I know can give you the same testimony. And I'm going to give it to you because every single one of them sitting out there listening to this message will say, amen, Stanley. Say it again. So I'm going to say it twice. Here's what I've seen happen. People come to church, join the church. They don't have too much. And they begin to tithe and God begin to bless them. And they give more and God begin to increase their blessings. And he begins to prosper them and they're trusting God, waiting upon God, making wise decisions. And God begins to bless them and bless them. And what happens? After a while, I don't see them every Sunday morning and Sunday night. I just see them on Sunday morning. After a while, months go by, a year goes by, I see them once in a while on Sunday morning, and before long, I can't even find them. You know why? They've been so blessed.
You can pull over
They don't
for a
need
minute.
God anymore. Friend, every pastor alive can tell you,
I gotta
and
shut my
name
trunk.
you people in the church where he pastors where he's seen that happen. Some people can't handle it. And then what happens? They usually blow it out there somewhere, and then they come back. Oh, I can't imagine. I can't figure out what happened. I can tell you what happened. You couldn't handle the blessing. And see, sometimes he has to prepare us for what he wants to do, and some of that preparation is a little tough. The fourth thing I want you to notice here is that the waiting time is God's time to strengthen our faith. You see, if God just gave me everything I asked for, answered all my prayers just like that, that wouldn't do anything to my faith. That wouldn't even take any faith. But if I ask and I have assurance and God is silent and nothing happens, then I have to trust him. Lord, here's what you say. And so you see, you and I can't always figure it out, but if I understand what God is up to and that God is in the process of strengthening our faith, you see, it's strengthening our faith. That God always has an object, and there are many reasons God has us to wait. That's one of them. And then I think one of the primary reasons he would have us to wait is to get our attention about our life. Now, sometimes that's to sift our motives. There are times when you and I make requests for God, and it's right, but our motive's not right. And so what does he do? He just sort of holds it off until our motive for desiring that is right, our motive for going there, our motive for having this, our motive for doing this or getting this promotion or whatever it might be. He has to sift our motives, and all of us have to have our motives sifted continuously to keep us from getting prideful and egotistical and self-dependent. And a second reason that I think he does this sifting is to deal with sins in our life, things that creep into our lives that we're not even aware of, things that get shoved back in the crevices and the corners of our life. And here is God wanting to give us his best. Now remember this, that God is a holy God. Now think about this. Here is a holy Christ who desires to fellowship with me and to love me and to give me his best and to exercise his life and to release his life through me and through you. So what kind of a person is the Lord Jesus Christ going to fellowship with? One who has a clean heart. Why? Because he's holy. Does that mean we're perfect? No. Sinless? No. Never make any mistakes, never sin, never fail, never falter? No. But our heart's bent toward him, and we love him, and we choose to follow him, and we walk after him, and the times we falter and we fall, we confess, thank God for it, keep moving. What does he do? Sometimes he withholds the blessing because of sin, habits, activities. Now, why does he do it? Here's the reason. Because he knows if he answers that, if he comes on the scene and intervenes and gives me what I want and allows that sin or that wrong motive to be there, what am I going to do? I'm just going to take that into the blessing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mess up the blessing because the motive is wrong, or there is sin there that's going to frustrate what God's up to. Now, God desires the best for us, always the best, ready and willing to give the best. But He gives it when we're ready, in His timing, when we're walking in concert with Him, when He has strengthened our faith, and in the process of sifting our motives, those things in our life that ought to be. It is always wise to wait for God.
Thanks for joining us today for In Touch, the teaching ministry of Dr. Charles. God knows what's best. As we wait for Him, He prepares us, He prepares others, and He prepares the circumstances necessary to achieve His goals. But waiting can still be difficult. So tomorrow, we'll come back to this subject and hear how to actively pause for God's instructions. You can get help with developing the strength to wait on God by accessing our Bible study resources at intouch.org. And to go back over what you just heard, click on the link to Today on Radio. If you'd like to order Dr. Stanley's complete two-part teaching set, When It Is Wise to Wait, visit our online bookstore. Again, that's intouch.org. Or call us you can also In Touch. 7900 Atlanta, Georgia 30357. The more angry or sick you feel, the more you need to be patient. Coming up, today's Prayer with Charles Stanley explains.
Does your prayer life need a jumpstart? With the In Touch Pray with Purpose cards, the time you spend talking with God will take on a whole new level of energy and intimacy. Beautifully designed and easy to use, or to share with a friend, there are prayers to lift up each day of the month, along with corresponding Bible verses and more. For your set of Praying with Purpose cards, call 1-800-IN-TOUCH or go to intouch.org/store. Do you take sermon notes on the back of your bulletin? Jot scripture references on the offering envelope? Start keeping things in one place, one organized place, with the In Touch Note Taker's Journal. This leather soft journal contains 150 pages for taking notes and includes Dr. Stanley's 30 life principles. Find everything in one convenient place with the In Touch Note Taker's Journal. Call toll-free 1-800-IN-TOUCH or visit intouch.org.
You're listening to In Touch. Patience is a virtue, and it should be characteristic of a Christian. Here's a moment with Charles Stanley.
Patience is one of those qualities all of us need in our life. And yet it's one of those qualities that oftentimes is very, very difficult for us to live out and to exercise. It's not only a quality we need, it is one of the most powerful qualities a person can have in life because it affects every single aspect of our life. Now, what happens usually when you and I hit some difficulty or some problem? First thing we want to say is, God, why is this happening to me? Why did you allow that? And you see, oftentimes we forget God's purpose in our life. God's purpose in our life is not ease, comfort, and pleasure. God's purpose in our life is to grow us up, to mature us. He says He predestined, He pre-planned beforehand that every saved person would do what? Would be conformed to the likeness of His Son. So instead of looking at difficulties and hardships the way He would have us to, we first of all want to blame somebody, blame ourselves, blame God, blame it on the devil. Whatever the circumstance may be, we want to avoid these things because they interfere with our friends and our happiness and our peace and our joy. But if you're going to develop patience, what you have to recognize these difficulties and conflict and persecution, tribulation. Listen, recognize them as opportunities that God has provided in our life to help us to develop patience.
Sanders to Bay,
It's amazing
birth
how
of
we have
Kentucky Fried
developed
Chicken,
ideas about the Christian life
birthplace
that are
of
totally
Kentucky Fried
unscriptural,
Chicken.
that do not fit God's plan and purpose for our life and do not fit the teachings of God's Word. And when somebody says to you, well, listen, if you're living a godly life, if you're trusting God, you're living by faith, then listen, you're not going to have all these trials and tribulations and difficulties and persecutions in life. You're not going to have all this stuff in your life. And life is going to have some ease, comfort, and pleasure. You're not going to have all this. Where is that in the Bible? Not in there. If you're going to develop patience in your life, recognize these things as, listen, opportunities for God to do something awesome in your life.
Okay, we just left Laurel County and we're just now entered Whitley County.
intouch.org. And if you have a story about what you
By the way,
please share it with us.
they call Corbin the Tri-Counties city.
In Touch, the teaching ministry.
Right up here, you turn left on 312. And right when you go over the bridge over there, you'll be in
and remains on this station
Knox
through the grace
County.
of God and your faithful prayers and gifts.
Turn right here. It's Gordon Hill. Gordon Hill Road. Go back to London going that way. That's a long way around though. Back way.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason. He's making a triumphant return to the swamp. President-elect Trump is back in Washington for a White House meeting with Mr. Trump will also sit down with congressional Republicans. Mr. Trump continues to assemble his team. Among the president-elect's latest choices, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem for Homeland Security Secretary, decorated veteran and Fox News host Pete Hegseth from the Pentagon, and John Ratcliffe for CIA Director. And two people will chair an advisory panel on streamlining government.
President-elect Donald Trump says that Elon Musk and former GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy will lead a new Department of Government Efficiency. Despite the name, the new organization will not be a government agency. Trump says that it will be an outside group that will offer the White House advice on how to drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to government.
Correspondent Lisa Dwyer. Also at SRNnews.com, an explosion at a Kentucky factory proves deadly.
11 employees at Stiebelman, a food coloring plant in Louisville, Kentucky, were taken to hospitals following Tuesday afternoon's explosion. Now 2 employees have died. The company says in a statement, "We are grieving with the families, friends, and loved ones of those that were lost and injured during this very difficult time." The blast caused the building to partially collapse and blew out windows and homes and nearby businesses. Reconstruction team from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives is headed to Louisville. I'm Donna Warner.
Inflation heated up last month, rising 2.4% from the month before. 2.6% increase year over year. Wall Street, the Dow, 87 points higher. This is SRN News. A new look at giving from the Warner Group.
The poll reveals that the most generous Americans are the oldest Americans. When asked if they give money to their local church or other charities, 72% of the oldest citizens say yes. 64% of baby boomers do too, as do 58% of Generation X. However, younger cohorts are less generous, although that could be a function of the fact they simply don't have as much money as their parents or their grandparents. Harrington, SRN.
The co-founder of Moms for Liberty expects President Trump to deliver on campaign promises when the spread of the LGBT agenda in the schools. Tiffany Justice says American parents voted for their children's future said that in a post on X. Observers expect Mr. Trump to immediately nullify the Biden administration's Title IX rule and add gender identity to current anti-discrimination statutes. This is SRN News. Unrest that has roiled the Dutch capital in recent days may not be over yet.
Dutch police are warning of calls for more rioting in Amsterdam a day after dozens of people armed with sticks and firecrackers set a tram on fire in the Dutch capital. The city's facing tensions following violence last week targeting fans of an Israeli soccer club. Police said the fire was quickly extinguished and riot officers cleared the square. Images online showed people damaging property and setting off firecrackers. Police said it was not clear whether the unrest was related to what happened last week. Keith Peters reporting.
It's auction day for Alex Jones' InfoWars. Assets of the company expected to be sold off. Proceeds will help pay the nearly $1.5 billion in defamation lawsuit judgments Jones owes the families of victims of the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in Connecticut. More details at srnnews.com.
Broadcasting on the World Wide Web, we are the King of Kings Radio Network. You can telephone us at 1-800-408-8888.
Pages and he's living with the stick, and he promised to forgive us when he got upon the hill. Every day my hopes grow dimmer to be blessed with him someday, and I know that day is coming when I hear my Savior say, "Come unto me, reach up and touch your Savior's face. Come unto me, for you have known my saving grace. So rise above the only flows of Jesus' love. Shall call his children home again someday."
We're here. Come and join me inside. No, I don't think I'm going to record inside. I need my daughter with me, and she said she didn't want to go, so I'll be right back.
The lack of boundaries around parents are totally frustrated. It's out of control. I don't know what to do about it. So Jessica, let me turn to you and say, how do you help me control this screen time?
I would say that screen time and devices are about 80% of my parenting. I think it's totally different than the parenting my parents were doing with me, where I didn't have that much access to screen time.
So I didn't record from Kroger's. I didn't record from Save a Lot,
which is really hard as a parent to realize.
nor from Kroger's to Save a Lot.
We don't know how these devices are going to affect our kids long term, but we do know that they're not good. So how do we manage that? Well, I think the first thing is
I'm gonna record heading back home.
You know, are we talking about a 13-year-old? Or are we talking about a 17-year-old? So what are the rules around a 13-year-old? And I think in my family, we've set rules about where the screen time happens. It happens in public places. It doesn't happen upstairs. It doesn't happen in a bedroom or bathroom situation. It always happens in public places. And then we also, fortunately, now have a lot of controls on their devices that we place on their devices or on our own Wi-Fi that keeps things managed. But my 17-year-old, what are the rules around that? Well, she's about to leave, right? So how do I manage that? There's a lot more freedom that she's given me. You know, she's allowed to, as she turns, actually, in our house, it's graduation day. Graduation day, you get to finally take your devices upstairs to your bedroom. You don't have screens in bedroom, but when you're 18, you're only 12. You get to take your freedom when you graduate from high school. We get to leave school so much graduate.
Well, that's good because I think that we have 80, I mean, that's a shocking statement. 80%.
It takes a lot of time.
My best advice that I heard here at the broadcast from the screen expert was delay that decision for smartphone as long as you can.
Yes.
And that really worked for me. I really did. their smartphone at 17 or 15 because they're age differentiated. And so that's what we chose to do. But whenever they would say, all our friends have the phone, and we say, oh yeah, let me talk to mom about that. And let 6 months go by, and then finally they realized Dad never got back to us. Where's that phone thing? Hey, let me talk to Jane about that, or mom about that, right? So eventually, and I think that's what they had a dumb phone. GPS.
But I think it's really important for parents to know that in these last 2 years, by 2009, there's just lots of anxious generation. There's enough data now that we're hearing which is Facebook. They're starting to know how trust them. People
Heading home now. Got everything I need. Lord, the price I had to pay. Over $300.
social media till 16. Well, that's a very
Right about 300. Just for 3 of us in the household. That's only about a week's worth of groceries. Almost $300.
To be effective, you really have to both push the growing up here.
How ridiculous prices are.
Clarify the message that this stuff is bad for us.
And the government don't care.
That's why
For us, it's on fixed income.
this isn't us treating early childhood.
In that context, Ken, those conversations with your 15, 16, 17.
What I got today normally wouldn't cost me but a total about $150. It costed over $200. It just about doubled from 2016 to today.
Your kids will find a way through other friends. They will get
2016, everything was cheap.
So the bigger issue is how do you teach
Today it's doubled it.
to help them produce a better decision. That's the big.
So how could the government say that inflation's down? No, it's not either. You're comparing from last month to last year. You can't do that. You got to compare it all the way back to 2020, where it was at in 2020. Example, gallon of milk was only $2. Now it's 2020. Now it's $3.39 a gallon. Ridiculous. And turkey in 2016, I got it for 49 cents a pound. Today, and this was on sale at 88 cents a pound. Double. Gas was under $2 a gallon. 2016 to 2020. And from 2020 to today, it's up close to $3. There, $2.89 a gallon right there. It's ridiculous. So how can they say it's down? Nothing news for you. It's prices is not down. Inflation is not down. Cost of living is not down. Face the facts. Those are the facts. Government's lying to you. Trust the government saying inflation's down, or do you trust your pocketbook saying inflation is not down, it's up? Your pockets will tell you more. The truth. Government will tell you a lie. Maybe some of y'all might not like that, but hey, facts, facts. Truth is truth. Can't hide from the truth. You can reject the truth, but you can't hide from it. So you're telling me that $2.89 is cheaper than $1.98? You're crazy if you are. You better go back to school and learn your mathematics.
Send that book to you as our way of saying thank you for supporting the ministry here at Focus on the Family. Well, Jim, this has been such an intense year. So much. The culture is full of conflict. Families are there's just been so much upheaval. We hear more women who are desperate. They're really struggling with broken marriages, stressful situations, children, so much going on. You will need encouragement right down to this Christmas season. It's a great time to share the hope Jesus Christ gave to give each of us. And I would invite you to join the ministry here at Focus on the Family. And we also have alongside our brothers and sisters in Christ with you who are facing difficulties each year. And do that together. If you can give families hope for your support of Focus on the Family, let's hit the ground running. Be part of the people who are taking out
days of boots with shopping at Heritage. Shop now for that gift for that very special. And find them at Heritage Christian Bookstore in Center Center.
We travel through every book on our 5-year journey through the Bible. We're going to pull over every so often to get a grand panoramic view of a fabulous section of Scripture. And that's what we're doing in this study today. Here's Dr. J. Vernon McGee with an introduction to our study.
I got to get out and check my mail, see if the mail run. I'll be right back.
Here in the first part of this book of Daniel, the exciting plan of the ages as it related to the great Gentile nations, Babylon, Media-Persia, Greco-Macedonian Empire, and finally the Roman Empire, which was broken into 10 kingdoms. That is the legs of iron.
Just my sales papers for the week.
Goes down into the toes in their 10 kingdoms. And those are the nations of Europe. And I do not propose to try to identify those nations. When I hear anyone trying to do that, I always think of the little game we played with our children when they were babies. This little pig went to market and this little pig stayed at home and so forth. Well, we can't
Alright.
identify each one of the little.
It's time to log off, close out, get the groceries in.
But that is not
Until next time,
at all at this time.
take care,
At the same
God bless,
time that God
and go
revealed
back
to
and look at
Daniel
the rest
this
of my
great
videos.
series of world empires, God also had promised to Israel a
Until next
kingdom
time,
on this earth
see ya.
that